Having a baby is a beautiful and exciting time, but if not handled with care, it can also be a source of stress within your relationship. Coming up, we discuss what to expect and ways to keep your relationship strong. Hello, and welcome to the Loveology podcast, where we talk about love and life with laughter. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jason.
He's the carefree one.
She's the serious one.
And we're married.
We have been since 2012, and we like to think of ourselves as a couple of loveologists.
Not because we are the experts, but because we just love love.
We enjoy studying and talking about it, so we thought, let's just start a podcast.
A place where we can share what we have learned about love, relationships, and marriage.
You can share what you've learned, and we can all grow together.
So here we are. Are you ready?
Let's get started. Hey, what's up, baby girl? How you doing?
I'm good. Why are you talking like that?
Another day, another dollar. I feel like I want to sing tonight. Oh, yeah. What's up, love?
Hey.
What's up, everybody out there in podcast world? This is another Loveology episode. What are we talking about today?
Oh, man. We are talking about having the little crumb snatchers.
Having some crumb
Having
snatchers for
those
dinner.
mini-me's. And well, we're just talking specifically about pregnancy because, you know, pregnancy is wonderful.
Right.
I mean, it's so exciting. You're bringing another life into the world. You're expanding your family.
Right.
But, hey, everything is not all peaches and
Peaches and cream.
peaches and cream.
And all that good stuff. Well, check this out.
I like to call it, you know, I don't know. I think I heard Barbara Walters say one time, there's a rose and what was the thorn? She asked somebody that one time. I like that. What was the rose and what was the thorn? So we're going to talk a little bit about those thorns.
Okay.
You know, can't get the rose without the thorns. Though,
That's
so.
true. Sometimes if you take the
I
thorns
mean,
off.
if you cut them off, but they
you know.
grow with thorns.
Okay, I feel
Okay,
you.
got it.
So
Good.
check this out. Before we get too deep into our episode, I have some good news for you guys and gals out there.
Mm-hmm.
We're here at the Loveology Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We want to bless, right?
Yes.
So we have a sponsor, right?
Woo, woo, woo.
We have a sponsor, and because they have blessed us, we want to bless y'all. So how we gonna do that? We're gonna add $100 slot on the spin the wheel category.
Say what?
We gonna
100.
100.
100?
100. Like 100.
That's a lot of
So
money.
yeah. So what we're gonna do? But here's the thing: we're not gonna put that slot on there until we reach 5,000 unique downloads.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we at 3,000.
Hey.
So we need to get to 5,000, and then I'll put that 100 on that spin the wheel,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all know what that means. All you gotta do is answer a question. Normally it'd be, you know, basic, but just answer a question.
Yeah.
I ask a question at the end of the live, Facebook Live, right, on Wednesday, 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And you ask a question, spin the wheel, you have a chance to win that $100.
That's awesome.
That's all you gotta do. So how do we get the 5,000 downloads? Share the love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Share the love. So real quick, can I give a little shout out for our corporate sponsor?
Of course.
So
Let's do it.
So they show love with us, and it's called cutdacarb.com. Cut CUTDACARB.com. What is cut the carb? Real quick. Remember I was doing keto
Yes.
and I dropped them weights, dropped them a little baby fat.
Mm-hmm. Baby fat. Oh my God. We're gonna get into that.
So it was because I use a keto diet, and I know some other people doing different diets out there. But cut the carb is a flatbread. It's a flatbread that's been stretched paper thin, and so therefore you could get basically the large flatbread with the lowest possible amount of carbs with that.
Yep.
So it's actually pretty cool. Check it out. Cut the carb. That's CUTDACARB.com.
Awesome.
Shout out to them. All right, love. Let's get into this episode.
Okay. Pregnancy.
Pregnancy.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit about this. I guess I'll just start off by saying that, like, I want to be sensitive to the fact that I know that being able to have a baby is an important, is awesome. And everyone is not able to. And so, but sometimes people make you feel like if you're pregnant, you can't like say one negative thing about the pregnancy. But there are some hardships that come with being pregnant. But you're not being ungrateful, I when I was pregnant, I try not to complain. But there was some, some difficulties that come out of, creating a life.
Correct.
Okay. It's a hard job. All right. So it's not always very comfortable. It's definitely worth it. And I am so grateful to have my children.
Yes, me too.
And grateful for, that I was able to carry my children. It was awesome.
Yes.
Right. But let's talk about what to expect and like just be realistic about it and, how to keep your relationship strong. So I'll just start with the first trimester. So for people who may not know, there's 3 trimesters in a pregnancy.
Yes.
The first trimester is normally pretty bad. Well, it just depends on the woman. For me, my first trimester was pretty tough both times.
And it was kind of funny, hearing her throw up in the morning.
You see what I got to deal with?
It was kind of comical, the noises she would make.
It's not comical at all. I'm up there puking my guts out, and that's not funny.
No, it's not.
Thank you.
But it's you're making, you just cooking some love in your bun.
Yes.
Got a little love in there. It's okay.
So yes, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I started throwing up immediately. With the first baby, I was sick. I had morning sickness, and morning sickness is also, not the correct phrase because you can get sick any time of day. It is any time of day sickness. And I got sick in Target. I almost threw up in the aisle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I remember. You couldn't go grocery shopping.
Yes, so that brings me to my point. First trimester sucks. So partners, okay.
That'll be us.
Yes,
fellas.
or
ladies. Some other ladies.
Yes.
Shout out to all my ladies.
So
shout out to my ladies.
Yes. So yes, partners. First trimester, I literally was only able to go to work. And like the second time around, I think I had hypermesis.
Yeah. Ask her when y'all get a chance. Ask her what doctor diagnosed her with that.
Dr. Ashley, Dr. Google and Dr. Ashley diagnosed me. Okay. Because I was vomiting twice a day.
That person does not exist.
I was literally nauseous all day long. It was not, this is not exaggeration. Like from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep, I was nauseous. I couldn't swallow my own spit. I had to spit. It was gross. Okay. So all that being said, every single day on this last pregnancy was literally the longest day of my life. That's
every
how
single
I felt.
Day. How is that possible?
The first trimester was literally the longest day. Every day. When the new day started, that was the longest day of my life. Like,
pretty tough time.
It was.
Why would you get pregnant again if it was like
I don't know. I woke up every morning and was like, I'm getting my tubes tied. That's what I said every single morning. I was like, I'm getting my tubes tied. I'm not doing this again.
Was this the first baby or the second baby?
No, the second baby.
Oh,
because
Lord.
when I was pregnant with our first child, I would throw up in the morning and then I would actually feel better the rest of the day. Like I would just get up and get my morning throw up over.
Yeah.
And like actually I would wake up in enough time to like, okay, I gotta add in some more time for me vomiting and eating breakfast and then going to work. And I had to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning when I was pregnant with.
And I used to stay up to make sure I got your breakfast cooked.
You did that for about 2 weeks. Okay, so anyway,
awesome husband on the night shift.
So what the partners need to understand is
to
that
get up like 3 o'clock in the morning, didn't you?
Yes, it was ridiculous. I went through a lot in my life, y'all.
Terrible.
I have been through it. Okay. So yes, I would have to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to be at work at 5. I was in the United States Navy, and they do not play. Okay, we don't care if you're pregnant. I was at
you
work.
Don't have all the sleep out y'all driving down the road.
I was at work on my due date. Went to the doctor's crying, trying to give me a note so I wouldn't have to come back to work on Monday because it was Friday, and it's like, look fine to me. Get back to work.
Wow.
But luckily I went into labor over that weekend. So anyways, back to what I was saying about basically I felt like I had a cloud in my brain, like I couldn't really think. So basically going to work was really the only thing that I could muster up. Really. Like, and so when I came home, what did I do, Jason?
Took some shoes off.
And what else?
I don't know. Lay down, go to sleep, I guess.
Sit on the couch. I just couldn't do nothing. Either sit on the couch or go to sleep or nothing. Just be in another world watching TV. So the stuff that I used to do.
Are you talking about the second baby?
Both times. I did that with Jordan too. You don't remember?
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to Virginia.
I was a little bit better with Jordan, but definitely with the second one, with this baby boy was trying to take me out, man.
Then the LA traffic would drain you too.
Yeah, I was commuting an hour
from Beverly Hills
to Beverly Hills and home. So yes, it was just a lot. So you know, basically, I'm just trying to say that, you know, the first trimester is tough. Your woman may not be doing what she normally was doing. You know what I mean? And you just got to suck it up and you got to take it.
Well, that's my words.
You know, you come on and tell us what to do. You are the person here that had to, you know,
endure.
I'm Mother Earth, okay? I am growing a baby.
Yeah.
That is not easy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was like struggling to stay awake. I was falling asleep at work. Like one time I almost fell out of my chair. You know what I mean? And I'm like a person that's really hard on myself, and
right.
It just really upset me. But go ahead, give the partners some advice over the first trimester.
Yeah. So for all my non-pregnant people, whether it's men or the ladies, you just have to. It's a lot of changes. You gotta feel you're made out. You know.
Yeah.
And you know that she's gonna be going through some stuff that she probably never experienced before. So she really needs your support and help. You know, even if they had a baby before, you know, the second baby may be different from the first.
Exactly.
And the third baby may be different from the other two. So, yeah, just, you know, support them as much as you can. Rub their feet because their feet swell. Mm-hmm. Do they swell in the first trimester?
I mean, every person is different. Yeah, every person is different because, I mean, some people may not even get sick first. I mean, I have friends who did not get sick at all during their whole pregnancy. So, yeah,
your job is just to support them. You know, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, just do it. You know. It makes everything, because you want her to be stress free as much as possible, because you don't want that to go to your baby. You know, that's how I look at it. I don't want you to stress. I don't want you to get upset. I don't want you to do none of that. Let me ease down your stress level so our baby can be healthy. Mm-hmm. So that's my mindset.
Yeah, I think that's a great point because women we're thinking about a lot of stuff. We got extra hormones going through our body, and we're constantly having to think about what we're eating. You know what I mean? And like what we're intaking. So this is a point that I wanted to make. Some women may start to feel a little bit of resentment toward their significant other because, especially if they like getting drunk and you want to have a little drink, like Jason did me, some people are nice and they don't drink in front of their,
But you was an alcoholic.
I didn't want to get drunk, but I just wanted to have a little bit of alcohol. And I'm a very by the book type of person because people are like, well, you can have one glass of wine. I'm like, nah, I don't even want to. I completely shut it all the way down. Like I'm not drinking nothing while I'm pregnant. Nothing.
Right.
So because I would just beat myself up like constantly. The baby just, I don't know if anything wrong. It's my fault. It's my fault I did it. Right. And a lot of women are like that. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sacrifice that starts immediately when you become pregnant, and your spouse or his partner does not have to go through that. They don't have to think about how much tuna fish they're eating today.
I'm not pregnant. You pregnant. I'm gonna eat whatever I want to eat.
Yes, they don't have to think about their steak being medium well or raw or making sure that it's like when you're pregnant, you have to have everything
fully cooked. You can't eat lunch meat.
Yeah.
Not supposed to.
Yeah. Well, some people say just warm up the meat, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so that's an issue of feeling a little bit of resentment, and the way that what do you think is some ways that the partner can help with that, maybe if they can see. I mean, communication is important.
Yeah, definitely let your partner know, pregnant women out there, let your partner know that you can't handle him or her drinking a glass of Kool-Aid or juice or some wine in front of them. Let them know.
Yeah.
And if I would have known it was that big of a deal and my wife was an alcoholic, I guess.
I'm not an alcoholic.
You craving it so much.
Well, have you ever went 9 months without drinking, Jason?
Yeah.
When?
Come on, babe.
Since you've been drinking, since you've been of drinking age, when was there 9 months that you didn't drink?
I've done that so many times in my life.
When?
I mean, come on. Since the beginning, after I turned 21, I stopped drinking for a while. Then when I broke my collarbone, you remember I stopped drinking for a while. Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Military, went over in Iraq. We can't get no alcohol over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
I had 3 deployments.
Didn't you want some alcohol?
Did I want some?
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't bother me if I didn't have it. I was,
But you wanted some, right?
I mean, I'd take it if I had it.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So resentment. Just communicate with your partner. Let them know. And
yeah, so try to drink at the bar somewhere, but you can't go too long because then they're gonna be mad. You're not at the house, so you probably should just stop drinking.
Yeah.
Just to hit it.
I mean, I don't. Like I said, I want you to have fun. I want you to have a good time.
Yeah.
And if you would like to drink, then that's fine. But I'm not saying that I got resentful. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that this is something that happens.
Right.
And so I mean, it's just sometimes the thought does cross your mind when you do constantly have to be thinking about all of these things. It's like, man, this is just not fair. You know what I mean?
Right.
This ain't fair. But it's just the cost of bringing a life into the world. Like, just when you start to feel that way, just remember you are doing something awesome.
Talking to the pregnant ladies out there.
Yes, you are doing something so incredible. You are
creating a miracle.
Yes, growing a human being. That's what you're doing.
How do you know? Well, since we're talking about pregnancy, how do you know when you're ready to have a baby?
How do you know when you're ready to have a baby?
Yeah.
I mean, you just feel ready.
Were you ready to have Jordy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't know, I mean, of course you don't know what you're going to go through until you go through it, really. But was I? Yeah, I was ready.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, I was ready too.
Okay. Good. Happy we got that out the way.
Got that out the way.
Almost 5 years later.
Right.
You was ready.
I hate to say I wasn't ready.
Okay, so yes. So back to like things that could happen within the first trimester. We're not gonna go into too many details, but definitely intimacy could take a dive during the first trimester because if you're feeling sick and I'm throwing up all day, what do you think is gonna happen?
Nothing.
Yeah.
It just depends. Yeah. Some, like you said, if the girl doesn't get sick, then it may go up.
Yeah.
Because you're already pregnant.
It's a lot. Like I said, some women have a lot of hormones, and it's doing something different. Like they
Right.
Want to go for it all the time. Right.
Exactly.
But I think for the ladies who are like vomiting all day, I don't think it's
Yeah.
I don't think it's what's on their mind.
Probably, I guess not. Taking a shower, I guess. I don't know.
Taking a shower is the only thing on their mind.
Brushing your teeth.
Trying to keep the food down is what's on their mind.
Okay.
So, don't you think that though men like really need to know this sort of stuff because they may not like really understand that may be a possibility, that you may go a little bit longer, you may not be as intimate as many times.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people I've seen, cheated on their girl or whatever. They done it while they was pregnant. Like
that is
I hear that. I see
despicable.
that a lot. Yeah, I hear it and I see it a lot. And I don't know if it's because the guy is not aware of the changes or they can't handle the changes or it's a shocker and so they don't feel loved or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like why it's a high amount of guys cheating when their girls are pregnant.
I mean, I would hope that high word is incorrect. I would hope that it's a few men that's doing that because that's horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible, but I just when I think of it, I know a lot. I was like, wow. I wonder why is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, may have to do some
maybe a lot of fights or something. Because the woman is going through so many mood swings and stuff, and the guy can't read her mind, and just a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
So just get prepare yourself because it will get confusing because your mate is changing, so you got to learn this new mate of yours.
Right. And that's why we're doing this episode.
She may not ever change back either.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's why we're doing this episode because I think that everybody just thinks about all we're having a baby, it's so wonderful. And like I said, it is wonderful, but I'm all about expectations. I'm all about just like understanding what to expect. And then you should be able to deal with that a little bit better as long as you know what's coming.
Right.
Maybe not, but that's the way that I operate. If I know, if I have a better idea of what's coming, then I'm like, okay, I expected this. And now we can figure out some ways to like, fix the problems. And, of course, mainly just communicating and understanding that pregnant women do have mood swings and cry.
Say it again, please. Hold on. Say that again.
Pregnant women do have mood swings. It's all a part of it, And that we do, like you said, we're going through a lot of changes. Our body is changing. People make stupid comments. Like I remember one time I was pregnant with Jordan, and I was like like 8 months pregnant, and somebody was like, "Whoa, your nose got so big. Your nose spread it so much." I'm like, why would you say that?
Typically guys will say something like that.
No, that was a woman.
Really? Wow.
A woman who had a baby.
Had baby. Wow.
And I'm just like, of all people, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Don't you know how sensitive a pregnant woman is?
Very sensitive. Can cry at a drop of a dime.
People always talking about, whoa, you're big, your belly. And we know that you're saying that our belly is big and not that like we're literally big, but we feel fat, okay? Like,
right.
like, So we have to deal with all these side comments. And even for me, when I was pregnant with my first child, I was really tiny. So people would even make comments about like, whoa, your stomach is really small. And I'm just like, oh my God, is something wrong with my belly? Like, is something wrong with my baby? Because my stomach is still so small. And I was like 5 months pregnant. It was like, no, I was in the military. I was doing like, I don't know how many 70 sit-ups in 2 minutes before I got pregnant. You know what I mean?
So while she's out there in the world getting destroyed, then now I gotta put her back together again. She might start crying because
somebody said something about my body.
I look fat. It's like, no, baby, you're beautiful. So you just gotta get ready for the changes. Just watch out. Changes are coming.
Yeah, this is a public service announcement. I'm not trying to digress, but at no time is it ever appropriate to make a comment on somebody's body unless like you're friends with them and you really want to tell them like, oh man, I see you been working out or whatever like that. But somebody that you don't know, it's not typically like a nice thing to comment about their body. So why, when women are pregnant, everybody thinks it's okay to comment about our body?
Like what?
They're just
like you just big. Or?
Yeah, it's like, whoa, you got big. And like I said, I know they're talking about our belly, but they just don't say nothing. Everybody wants to. I know they just like don't have. They don't
about to touch it. Can you touch your belly?
No, you cannot touch my belly.
But you let a lot of people touch your belly.
Well, people that I know can.
Right.
Okay, but do not come up there and rub my belly without asking me.
Yeah,
like it's not. I'm not like. Would you come up there and touch my belly if I wasn't pregnant?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, just don't do it.
Right.
Just don't do it. If you know me personally, I don't mind it. Some women are just like, please don't touch me. And that's their right. It's their body.
Right.
Like, just because my stomach is sticking out far doesn't mean that you have a right to put your hand on my stomach.
Outside of my personal bubble or something. Like it's just fair game.
Yeah. So it's their body. Don't get mad at them. It is their body. I can, just imagine how you feel if somebody's rubbing on you all the time, right?
Just grab my booty and say, hey, watch out.
Right. So, if my friend, of course, I don't mind. If my friends want to touch my belly, that's fine.
Right.
Co-workers, it's fine. I know y'all. I work with y'all every day. Y'all like my family or something. Like we work every day.
Right.
But just random people, like, don't back up. Do not come over here trying to touch my belly.
Yeah.
So.
But they can ask you for permission. The strangers.
Strangers, I'm gonna have to say no. Like, I don't know you.
I don't feel comfortable.
No. Why would you want to touch my belly? Anyway, so. So yes, Jason makes a good point. Like, partners, like you said, you don't know, if you're the woman is going to work and people just making comments and, like I said, I think everybody is well meaning. I don't know about the girl that told me my nose had got, spread.
Yeah.
That was just ridiculous.
Right.
I don't know. But, I think most people just don't really know what to say. They're well-meaning, they just want to say something. You're just out there, so it's so noticeable. Maybe they haven't seen that many pregnant women in their life.
Right.
I don't know. But definitely you get a lot of attention, and sometimes it's just like, I just don't want this attention right now.
Yeah.
But so it's exhausting. But anyway, so yes, just remember to try to be supportive, and you just never know, like Jason said, what type of state we're going to be in when we get home.
Correct.
So second trimester is what they call a golden period, because that is supposed to be like the best time, because most of the time,
you're not throwing up no more.
You're not throwing up anymore. Your belly got a cute little belly bump.
It's like a little bump.
Yes. And, just cute. And so you're not uncomfortable yet. And you actually get like this extra burst of energy during that time too.
Oh, okay.
That was for sure my case when I was pregnant with my first child. The second child, my bump got out there fast. We thought I was pregnant with twins.
Sure did. Because your daddy a twin.
Right. I was like, doctor, are you sure there's not another baby hiding in there somewhere? Because my bump.
Please, I can only handle one at a time.
Yeah. So yeah, like, have fun during this time.
That's when you take your pictures. A lot of pregnancy people.
No, I think a lot of
later.
people wait till their third
Third.
trimester because their belly is really out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I think around this time, so this is a question for you, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever feel left out?
When?
Like while I was pregnant, like people always saying something to me and congratulations, and
It's
did you
your
ever
time.
You okay?
Shoot, that's your time. You having a baby. It is about you.
Okay.
What I feel left out for?
You didn't feel left out at all.
No.
Okay.
You pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need all the attention you can get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of, I don't know, self-centered for a guy to kind of feel left out a little bit.
Well, I mean,
because
like,
the focus is on you.
And well, I mean, because it's just like, I mean, you're gonna be a father too, so.
Mm-mm.
No, okay. Well,
No.
some people may feel left out.
I'm physically not going through anything. It's all about you.
Okay, well, I like that. That's nice. Well, okay. So, I guess that answers that. But I guess moving on to the third trimester. So again, this one was a tough one for me because.
Hold on. Before we go to the third trimester, which trimester is okay for you to do a dolphin ride with Ariel?
A dolphin ride with Ariel?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Remember the dolphin from Cabo?
Yeah, it was my first trimester, and Jason had me in there swimming with the dolphins. I was
I
like,
you know,
animals are sensitive to this type of stuff. I'm like, what if one of these animals punch me in my stomach or something? I don't know.
Why would they want to punch you in your stomach?
I don't know.
A dolphin.
Yeah, had me swimming with the dolphins. My first trimester.
I said that you could,
I was like 5 weeks pregnant. I had just found out I was pregnant.
But they said you don't supposed to swim.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that with the dolphins.
Yeah.
So if you're pregnant, don't do the excursion.
Jason he be
I didn't
talking
tell
me
you
into a lot of stuff.
You did that.
No.
I said, baby, you can
was
sit
like,
out.
it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Maybe I did do that.
Yes, of course you did. Everybody who knows us personally already know that you talked me into that.
Maybe. I don't know. But everything is okay, and Jordan loves water.
Yeah, everything turned out fine. I had a good time. Well, I guess
what else about the second trimester? I know it's got to be some so is that the sexual bump during the second trimester?
Probably because you
so,
feel better.
You say you got more energy.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah.
So what about I guess we can wait till later but talk about this, but what about they're saying that sometimes men don't feel like they're a father until the baby comes out.
Yeah, you definitely don't get that connection until the baby comes out. I mean, you try to, you feel them bump up against your hand, you put you might sing to them or whatever, but when that baby come out, that's when it starts,
Mm-hmm. So for women, it's instantaneous because we're doing so
Y'all
much.
feel it.
Well, we already preparing for the baby because we're watching what we eat, we're exercising, we're just trying to take care of ourselves because the baby, we're already a mother,
right? So
we feel it. So this is this can be kind of
Ashley claims she was pregnant the same night. She knew.
I did. I knew. I felt things attaching.
Man, you didn't feel nothing attaching.
You could ask my bestie right now. I called her. Was like, I think I'm pregnant, and she was like, "Are you serious?" I said,
"The same night."
No, not the same night. 3 days later.
Yeah.
Literally 3 days later. I'm telling you, I felt things attaching. Yes. It was like electric currents.
It was electric currents?
Yes. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on?
Oh,
I think I am pregnant.
You made a little Pikachu.
Huh?
You made a little baby Pikachu.
No, I knew both times. The second time, it was way worse. I was like, oh my God, I am totally pregnant. I already know what this feels like. totally pregnant.
Then you gonna surprise me. You gonna trick me. I'm thinking it's a
Jason went away for a work trip, and I was like, I knew I was pregnant. I was like, I know I'm pregnant, man. But I thought it'd be too soon to tell for like with the a home pregnancy test. But I took one anyways, thinking that it wasn't gonna show up, and I was like, I'm just gonna take it just to see if it'll show up, because I know I'm pregnant, really.
Right.
But I don't think it will. But let me just hurry up and see. And it showed that it was positive. And so I put a little, Jason was gone
thinking
for
it's
work
a
trip.
gold chain or something.
I got like a little bracelet box and put the little the
fancy
pregnancy
watch. It was like gold flakes in the box. I'm like, oh Lord, I should have spent some big money on your boy.
When he came back, I presented this little box to him, and he was so excited. He crawled up in the bed and snuggled up to me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got a gift." Then he opened the box, and his eyes got all big, and his mouth dropped, and he's like, "So does this mean that you could be pregnant?" I said, "No, it means that I am pregnant, man. I am pregnant." And he's like, "For real?" It was a shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a shocker, but it was cool though, because we wanted another baby, but we just kept prolonging it, like next year.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't want one at that time, and so, but
we're glad we got it out the way.
Yes, I'm happy, of course. Like my little koala bear. That's what I call him. He's so cute, and he just brings me so much joy. But yes, it was not planned, and we did not plan to have him that soon. No. But he came.
It's all good. The crumb snatcher is here.
Yes, and he's gorgeous,
and he's starting to come off that breast milk and starting to come off in my pocket. It's okay.
That's right. So I think also where I was gonna go with that, as far as like whether or not you feel connected to the baby, some things that people suggest is to, this is when the second trimester is when the baby starts to move and you start feeling kicks and stuff. So just involving your partner, like come and feel the kicks, and put your hand on my belly, and just help you feel more connected to the baby before they get here. And I don't think you ever talked to my belly. I kind of feel like
I used to sing.
Oh yeah, you sure did. You try to sing anyways.
Man, killing it. So, have I told you I love you?
That is what you used to sing. Yes, to my belly.
Have I told you you still mean the world to me?
Okay. Everybody's ears are bleeding now. Thank you.
About it, I hit with that deep part.
Anyway,
I let it ride.
Yeah. So those are the sort of things that you.
But if you was a baby, you heard that, you would be like, "Oh, that's my daddy."
Oh my God. No, those sort of things can help you be connected. And I think also during the second trimester, because of the energy thing, I drug Jason to some.
I'm about to say you drug Jason. Like, wow, wait a minute. Slow down.
I drug you to some baby classes.
Yes.
Yes, so this is another thing that you can be doing to get prepared. Jason was not excited, but listen, I know about babies. Jason knew diddly squat. He did not know anything about the first thing about babies.
Daddy instincts.
He did. Yeah, you actually did have some very good, especially with Jordan. You was on it.
Yep.
But you still needed to learn a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the classes are important. Partners and mates, they are important. You should go. It's gonna bring you some sunflower seeds that keeps me awake because you're chewing, kind of move your mouth. So it's gonna be boring, but check it out. And watch out for the random. They may show the baby coming out. They just pop it on you. So watch out for that.
Yeah, because we went on Saturdays and it was like literally like the whole Saturday was gone. So Jason was just. happy at all. But I was like, no, you need to come. And I really liked the class that, kind of taught you how to support me during labor. You did a great job. And I don't think you would have known any.
Oh, no. Definitely wouldn't know none of that.
Okay. So
straight movies.
Yeah, this is important.
No, it is important. But you could probably YouTube that, though.
But just go to class and be with other people.
Yeah.
Just go to class and be with other people. You
gotta fight through it. This is one of the things, fellas. You just gotta bite the bullet.
Yeah.
You just gotta bite. You just gotta go.
It's much better to be prepared than not to be prepared.
Right.
Okay. So, especially with something like this, and it's just another way to bond. It's another thing. So, make it fun. After you go to class, go for a lunch date or something. Go do something fun after.
If this is your first kid, or even if you already have one, because man, that extra one just it seems like it triples. I don't know. It's like triple the amount of work or something.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, if you don't have any kids or whatever you got, whether you have no kids or you got 5 kids, it doesn't matter. But whatever you got, go enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, go to class and go enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's about to change forever.
Yes. Go to class.
Forever.
Go to a movie afterwards. Make it a date. Make it a date or whatever, a night date or whatever. So yeah, and that was something that I wanted to bring up. Like when me and Jason had our first child, before we had her, we went off to do like a romantic, not a date thing. We went to, where do we go? Chesapeake. No, we went somewhere in Virginia, I think, or DC. Anyways, I was in Virginia, but we did a cooking class. We went somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't remember where we went, but it was like our DC. Little last hoorah.
There was a chef from the White House, Obama, one of Obama's chefs.
Yep, for sure. Yep. And so, yeah, we just went and did like a really fun weekend, your last hoorah before your life changes completely. This is a major thing that's happening in your life. Mm. So yeah, before your life changes, that's a fun thing to do. Just go travel somewhere and go do something.
Right.
Before the third trimester
Before the third trimester hits. Because everything shuts down.
Yeah. So the third trimester was also a hard one for me because I'm very independent.
Y'all get sleepier too in the third trimester.
Yeah, I mean the baby is bigger. You're eating more. The
guys get sleepier too, and we get pregnant too. By the way, yes, you get sleepy and you eat more too. Because you gonna eat what she eat, and y'all just can't wait. But go ahead.
Yeah, so
third trimester.
I was very independent, and I could not put my military boots on by myself
for nothing.
So this is like Jason had to help me with like almost everything.
Clip toenails.
Yes, all of that.
All other types of stuff too. Yeah, third trimester, all the gloves come off.
So I'm very appreciative to him.
Hold up. Let me make sure we put this out there. So you want to get what's the stuff called? The stuff you rub on you for your stretch marks?
Cocoa butter.
Different cocoa butter. You want to start early, but the critical time is towards that third trimester because that stomach is doubling and tripling in size every day. So I don't care if you was faithful the first 2 trimesters, but if you don't stay on it that third trimester, shoot, it'll be a wrap. Mm-hmm. So you just want to stay on it.
And I think this is the time that women are definitely feeling unattractive because, like I said, the baby's bigger, we're bigger. And, so just like dealing with all these emotions of like, oh my God, my body, what is going on?
Right.
There's like all these sort of things that happen to your body that people don't tell you about. My first child, my gums would bleed. Mm-hmm. And they said it was just like, cause I had extra blood in my body, I had like something pop up on my gum, like a piece of popcorn got stuck in my gums and it made like a bubble pop up on my gum and I had to go to the dentist. I had like terrible leg cramps. Well, listen, they need to know. It went away. But that's just the type of stuff that I'm dealing with. So the partner, you just gotta be like, you say, yes, babe, just hold my hand, hug me,
kiss.
It just helped me through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
just make them feel better.
Yeah.
Because they're going through a lot.
Right. So for me, being vulnerable was a big
And make
deal.
sure you get a nice pillow for your mate.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah, get a nice big old pillow. Big one of the biggest pillows you can find on Amazon.
Yeah.
Get it. Or Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah.
Snake pillow. You know, your mate may like different kinds. So at different stages of her pregnancy.
Mhm.
So get a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was very vulnerable, and so that kind of did something to me. And so, like I said, communication. Just talk to your partner, just tell them how you're feeling. And I would also say that my first pregnancy, I participated in something called centering, and I think that this is like everybody should do this. Everybody should do this. Well, all pregnant women, and it's basically a program where you basically have like an hour and a half with your, well, you get checked up with your doctor, right? And then after that, you go into a group setting where you are in a group with other women who are due around the same time as you.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like a nurse or a doctor that comes in and like does like a monthly training or whatever about like something that you could be going through in this trimester. And I think that this is just awesome. It was so awesome because no matter what, like if your partner is a man, like he will never have a baby and he will never, ever, ever understand what you're going through.
All right.
So like I found that like going to that centering class took some of the pressure off of Jason because I was able to go in and talk to women who were going through the exact same thing as me at the same time as I was. And there was a doctor there we just sit down and we would eat our fruit and cheese and crackers, and we would talk to the doctor and ask questions, and she would educate us on stuff. So if you can find like a class like that, like I said, it was called centering, like a centering group or something. I think that is like so helpful because
that sounds so boring.
You really, this kind of reminds me of, I'm ignoring you, okay? This reminds me of like when we were talking about the different types of loves and like the friendship love, like
philia.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were saying that, you should be able to have the philia sort of love with your significant other, but I think it's also just to remember that friendship love outside of your spouse or a partner is also very important. Like, correct. You can't try to you just can't try to make your partner be everything for you.
Correct.
And just to expect for a man to try to like just really understand everything that you're going through as a woman having a baby is impossible. They can't do it.
Not going to happen.
Why don't you shift that energy in those conversations? Like, of course, talk to your partner, but also get what you need from someone who can understand, which is a woman.
Right.
That is either gone through it or is going through it at the same time, or, So I just thought that was, that was like the best thing about my first pregnancy was going through that. It was amazing, and I would suggest that anybody does that. Even if you on your 5th child, still do it. It's just cool to have that support system.
Cool.
Yeah. Jason said soundboard.
It does.
So so there could be like some other stressors, in your relationship while you're pregnant, and this is a good time to try to iron out those things before the baby gets here. So obviously you'll be spending more money. Money is always, kind of a hard thing in relationships, or a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times it's a hard thing in relationships. So, you're spending a lot of money getting ready for the baby. Listen, you do not need the top gadgets that cost like a whole lot of money. Like
are you talking about for the baby?
For the baby.
Right.
If you got the money and you want to buy your baby all this stuff, great.
A $6,000 stroller.
Yes. But a lot of people feel a lot of pressure to buy the baby a whole bunch of clothes. Listen, our babies wear Target clothes. Yeah. Like, because they grow so fast.
Yeah. You don't have to get the Jordan booties. that they gonna wear once.
Yeah, you can if you want to, but listen, they grow so fast. The first year, you need to be buying some cheap clothes. If money is an issue in your relationship, y'all need to work that out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, you need to set up a nice baby shower. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
have a baby shower.
Get them baby showers together,
Yeah.
because that's a good head start that you need.
Absolutely.
You need that head start.
Mm-hmm.
So get them baby showers. Get diapers. As always, get diapers bigger, because you don't know. Don't get newborn diapers, because you don't know your baby might be bigger than the newborn size.
Right.
So start off with ones, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't it the ones?
Newborns is the very first one, but
Right. So yeah, start off with ones,
yeah.
because you can get newborn diapers from the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're gonna give you some. So yeah, start off with ones. So, but get you a nice baby shower together, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna need that money.
Yeah. And so just, communication. Communication is the key. And work whatever issues that you have in your relationship, this is the foundation of, your parenthood. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes people are just like really overwhelmed with the idea of being a parent. But that's what I'm saying about these classes. Listen, why do we think that we just know how to be parents? You know what I mean? Like, let's get some education. Let's get some classes. You know what I mean?
Right.
You agree?
Yeah,
Kind of looking at me like, no.
No. I mean, I have great fatherly instincts.
Yes.
But
But
no,
instincts.
you still need to know some things behind
Right.
those instincts.
Right.
So no, I agree with you 100%.
Yes, for sure. Oh, so I don't know. I just wanted to kind of just like talk about when you have multiple kids, because Jason was very supportive, but during the second pregnancy, Jason went to 2 doctor's appointments.
Talking about, the first baby I went to
Yes, she went to every single one.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah, this time, I think I already been there, done that.
I don't think that's cool, but
It might not be. No, you're right. It probably ain't cool. You probably need to go to all your doctor's appointments.
yeah. But I didn't make a big deal out of it. I was like, whatever.
Right? I thought you was good.
I was.
Apparently you wasn't. You just said I didn't think that was cool. Then now you saying you was cool.
I mean, I was like, why he not going to doctor's appointments like he did with the first baby. And I think I asked you. He was like, you good? Like,
I mean, if you needed me, yeah.
Right. So if of course I'm very communicative with Jason. So if I'm really, really upset about something or I really need something, I'm going to tell him. Is that a word?
I don't think communicative is a word.
Well, let's look it up. While I talk, you look up communicative and you tell me whether or not it's a word or not.
Ain't no telling. No, you might be right. Go for it.
Yes. And so just one more thing, I just got to mention that I fainted during my second pregnancy.
Yeah.
So it could even be something crazy like that, y'all. Like, it's just, you just never know what's
she laughing like nah, it's really a big deal. She fell and hit her head on the concrete.
Yeah.
Had to get rushed to the hospital.
People at my job was worried. I fainted during lunch break at a food truck. And I was about to get a bottle of water, and I was like, let me get this $2 bottle of water. I didn't want to pay for it, but I was about to pay for it because I felt kind of weird. And I was taking my $2 out and
just passed out.
And just literally, I've never passed out in my entire life. Never passed out.
Luckily, she had that Afro bun.
Yeah, my natural saved my life.
Protected her from the fall.
It cushioned the blow. I was like literally laying in the gutter. You know what I mean? Like,
better know gutter, baby.
What is the definition of a gutter?
A gutter is like the side, almost like a little what? It's just the side of the sidewalk.
My body was halfway on the sidewalk and the other half was on the road. So that was the
it's
indention.
on the curb.
Whatever. Anyways, my head was hurting for 24 hours and then it went away, thankfully. And the baby is fine. He just went for a little ride. Luckily, I fell on my back. So that was the good thing. But pass smooth out, So, these babies, they nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you can have something like that. And Jason was worried, but, I was all good.
Yeah, after that point, it was like she was on probation.
Yes, I couldn't walk anywhere by
24-hour
myself
lockdown.
outside at all.
Nothing.
Coworkers had to escort me to lunch. I couldn't go to lunch by myself.
Nope.
You know,
do nothing.
Yes.
You get in here and you sit down. You do nothing.
Oh man, but we still don't know why I fainted. Everybody's like, you were dehydrated. I was like, I drank so many glasses of water.
She does drink a lot of water.
Yes, I don't know. It's just one of them freak things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Your body going through so many changes, man.
Yeah, and and watch it with the food. This is a thing that I say because a lot of women get like really excited, and they're like, I'm eating for two. But for the first trimester, like the baby is like what, the size of a peanut or something. Like I can't remember. I used to know like the sizes, but I would say don't do that to yourself. You know what I mean? Like don't just get excited about having a baby and just decide that you're gonna eat any and everything, right? Because you don't need all of that. And when you get to the third trimester, yes, because the baby is bigger, but like I said, some people just get excited and they just eat any and everything. But Jason definitely was feeding me ice cream, and now I'm still addicted to ice cream because I never ate ice cream. And my first
you know what you're missing, that guy.
First pregnancy, Jason would go get the fattiest ice cream on the market.
Sonic, it was awesome. Hot fudge
or something, and it just really got me addicted. So now I have an issue.
I can't drink a little wine or a little beer when she pregnant. Can't eat ice cream when she pregnant. I just gotta suck it up and eat vegetables with her.
Yeah. And so what was pregnancy like for you as we wrap it up? Like what was it overall like for you? Speak to the partners.
It will end. It will end.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was an experience. It was for me to heighten my protector side of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like super protective, making sure just everything is good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely exhausting because you're tired. You can't complain because you're going through way worse than what I can even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So who cares if you want a sneaker bar at 3 a.m. and just go get it. You know what I'm saying? Come on back.
Right.
Because you need that practice anyways because, you about to have a baby and the baby going to be waking you up anyway. So, yeah, your life is going to change and you're not going to get it back for like a year.
And I will say
longer than that, really.
You also like you can't complain, but like I try to remember that you were tired too, because basically first trimester, I'm not doing nothing. Listen, I can only muster up the energy to go to work. Okay. So when I get home, I'm not doing nothing, and I cannot. I just can't. I just got to conserve all the energy that I have in order to get, in order to just make it to work the next day. So, I just understanding that your partner is going through a lot too. More than likely they're picking up the slack, or at least they should be, doing stuff that he would normally do, going to the grocery store and stuff like that. So I really appreciate you, honey.
No worries,
for getting
love.
my food and, my food cravings and all of that stuff, and taking care of our first child whenever I got pregnant with my second one. It is just remember duty. Those things.
It is my duty.
But yes, I think that's all. But just like you said, it's going to end, and just remember that, you're doing something awesome, and work together, communicate, and
teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, absolutely.
So, hey, that was another episode, Loveology Podcast. I really appreciate everybody for sticking along with us. It's another episode. We're gonna keep it rolling. So don't forget Wednesday, Facebook Live. I said in the beginning of the podcast, said it again, said at the end that we're gonna do $100 spin the wheel, but we have to get to 5,000 unique downloads. So right now we had 3,000. 2,000 more. We just need you guys to share it. Share the love, and we're going to share some love with you. So, yeah. Don't forget to check out our website, loveologypodcast.com. We got some great merchandise. Check us out. And always be blessed, stay safe, and we'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.
You've been listening to the Loveology Podcast. Did you have fun with us today? Tell a friend about our show. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep the conversation going. Be sure to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. Visit us at loveologypodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Until next time, Loveologists.